Some things are more than just objects, they carry a weight, a history, a story that speaks without words. The Purple Heart is one of those things. It's a medal, yes, but it's not given for winning a battle or for being the best shot. It is given for something much more profound. It is given for being wounded, for bleeding, for your country. It represents a promise broken and a sacrifice made. A moment when a soldier's life was changed forever on a battlefield far from home. It's a symbol of a debt that can never truly be repaid, a quiet acknowledgement of a price paid in blood. Look closely at the medal. It is a simple heart made of purple cloth and edged in silver. In the center, there is a profile. It is the face of George Washington. This isn't just a decoration. It is a piece of American history you can hold in your hand. It connects a modern soldier serving in a dusty desert to a continental soldier shivering in the snows of Valley Forge. It tells a story of courage that spans centuries. Let's go back in time. The year is 1782. The American Revolution is nearing its end. The fight for independence has been long and brutal. General George Washington is at his headquarters in Newburgh, New York. He sees his soldiers. They are tired. They are unpaid. They have endured hardships we can barely imagine today. He knows he needs to do something to recognize their loyalty, their unusual gallantry, and extraordinary fidelity. He wanted to honor the common soldier, the enlisted man, not just the officers. This was a revolutionary idea for its time. So, on August 7, 1782, Washington issued a general order. He called it the Badge of Military Merit. It was a simple thing, a piece of purple cloth shaped like a heart. It was to be sewn onto the soldier's uniform, right over their left breast. This wasn't a medal to be pinned on for a parade and then put away. It was part of the uniform itself, a constant, visible sign of a soldier's singular meritorious action. It was a personal thank you from the general himself, a way of saying, "I see you. I see what you have done." Only 3 soldiers from the Revolutionary War are known to have received this badge: Sergeant Elijah Churchill, Sergeant William Brown, Sergeant Daniel Bissell Jr. Their stories are ones of incredible bravery. They set the standard: raids behind enemy lines and singular courage under fire. Washington intended for this award to be a permanent institution in the American military. He even granted recipients honors like passing guards as commissioned officers would. It was a simple piece of cloth, but it was filled with the spirit of a new nation. A nation that valued courage above all else. But after the revolution ended, the badge of military merit faded away. It was almost forgotten. The records were lost, the memory grew dim. The idea, however, did not die. It was sleeping, waiting for a new generation to understand its importance. The United States fought other wars: the Civil War, the Spanish-American War, World War I. Medals existed for valor, but not a specific honor for the soldier wounded in the line of duty. Sympathy was shown, but not a formal, lasting honor for blood paid in service. Then came the 1930s. The country prepared to celebrate George Washington's 200th birthday. General Douglas MacArthur, Army Chief of Staff, admired Washington and knew the story of the Badge of Military Merit. He championed reviving the award and connecting the modern Army to its revolutionary roots. So, on February 22, 1932, Washington's bicentennial, the U.S. War Department officially revived the award. It was renamed the Purple Heart. The design changed from cloth to a medal bearing Washington's profile. At first it was an Army award for meritorious service, but it included a special clause. It could be awarded to any soldier wounded in action from World War I onward. That change set the medal on a new course. Over time, the criteria were refined. In 1942, President Franklin D. Roosevelt signed an executive order extending the medal to all branches of the military. He made its purpose singular: wounded or killed in action against an enemy. The Purple Heart was no longer a merit award. It became a solemn symbol of sacrifice, a sacred honor no one asks for, worn with immense and quiet pride. It is a symbol of what was paid for and who paid it. Every Purple Heart tells a story. It is a story of a single moment, a flash of light, a sudden noise, a searing pain. It is the story of individuals who paid with their bodies and lives. It is the story of Lieutenant Audie Murphy, who received 3 Purple Hearts, wounded while fighting across Europe. It is the story of Sergeant Henry Johnson, wounded many times while saving a comrade. His Purple Heart was awarded decades after his death, a wrong finally made right. His medal tells a story of courage and of a nation learning to honor all its heroes. Think of soldiers in Vietnam, men like John Kerry, who earned 3 Purple Hearts, or John McCain, whose Purple Heart marks the crash that began years of torture as a POW. The medal sometimes marks the start of a long, harsh ordeal, or the wound that changed a life forever. These medals are not trophies, they are markers. They mark a point in a life, a before and an after. A moment when everything changed in an instant of violence and duty. Most stories are not famous, they belong to ordinary people who did extraordinary things. They carry scars, some you can see, some you cannot. A young Marine in Fallujah, a medic shot while saving a comrade. These are the moments woven into every medal. They are stories of shock, survival, and the long road to recovery. The medal represents the grit it takes to live with that wound day after day. And we must never forget those who receive the medal posthumously. It is given to their families. A mother, a father, a wife, a child. For them, the Purple Heart is all they have left. It is a tangible link to their hero, a final heartbreaking acknowledgement of the ultimate sacrifice. The Purple Heart is more than medal and ribbon, it is a promise from a nation to its warriors that their sacrifice will not be forgotten. It is a promise that the blood they shed has meaning. When a soldier receives this medal, they become part of a unique brotherhood and sisterhood. They are forever linked to every American who has bled in the nation's defense, from the snowy fields of the Revolution to the dusty mountains of today. It is a lineage of courage, a quiet club no one wants to join. For families, the medal holds pride mixed with memory of worry and fear. It is a source of immense pride and a reminder of the day their world stood still. It is also a symbol of resilience. The quiet battles fought long after the soldier comes home. The physical therapy, the nightmares, the struggle to find a new normal. The Purple Heart honors not just the soldier, but the family that supports them on that long journey. To see the medal is to understand the cost. It asks us, the civilians, to be worthy of their sacrifice. It asks us to live our lives in a way that honors their commitment, to build a country that is worth bleeding for. The Purple Heart is a heavy burden for the recipient, but a profound responsibility for every citizen. So the next time you see that simple purple badge, take a moment, pause. Think about the story it represents, the person wearing it or the family that treasures it. It is not about politics. It is not about celebrating war. It is about honoring the warrior. It is about remembering the sacrifice. It is about gratitude. The Purple Heart is the quiet, humble, and deeply powerful soul of America. We must never ever forget them.